Canyon Falls is one of the fastest growing new construction areas in all of North Texas. From Newland's award-winning design to the amenities to the schools, this area that spans both Flower Mound and Argyle is one you definitely don't want to miss. We're breaking down all the details today, so stick with us. So I'm Brian White, a local realtor here in North Texas, and my family and I help people just like you make smart moves, build wealth through real estate, and protect what matters most. We're bringing you a new video each and every week, so be sure to subscribe and like so you never miss one of them. So here's what we're gonna cover today when talking about Canyon Falls. We're gonna talk about location, we're gonna give you a builder breakdown, we're gonna talk about the amenities and lifestyle, I'm gonna give you some trade-offs, and then we'll talk about my thoughts. Let's get started. Want a neighborhood that feels tucked away but keeps you close to everything? Canyon Falls is tucked away in a great location that gives you quick access to a lot of places across DFW. It's on the very farthest west area of Flower Mound. It's so far west that it also shares space with Argyle and Northlake. So it's right now, it's really kind of out there. You take 1171 down to shopping that's close to the Texas Motor Speedway, kind of at the corner of 114 and 35W, or you go south to Roanoke, or you go east into Flower Mound. Right now, there's really nothing that's right around Canyon Falls. It's a little bit out of town while being in town. What's interesting though is there's a neighborhood just across the street from Canyon Falls that's starting to be built. It's called First Ranch. And with all the development around First Ranch, things are really going to explode around Canyon Falls. They're getting new grocery stores, new shopping, like a lot of stuff is going to move out towards the west end of Flower Mound towards Canyon Falls. 377 road's gonna get bigger, so traffic is going to move much more slowly. You're gonna have a lot easier access to really just about everything. The other thing that's great about Canyon Falls is it is just north of the Roanoke Trophy Club area. There are a lot of shopping and restaurants right there. And then if you go just a little bit farther, you're close to Southlake. So with that, you get Southlake Town Square. You get a lot of high-end shopping, great restaurants, and a number of options. So Canyon Falls, while it's not directly in the middle of anything, it is close to a lot of places. You can quickly get to Denton, and you can quickly get to a lot of other areas in DFW. So now let's talk about the builders in Canyon Falls. And before we do that, I'm going to take a step back and just let's talk about the homes themselves, the ones that are already there. Canyon Falls is now an established neighborhood. There are a ton of homes already there and still new construction going on, which is a little bit of the best of both worlds. If we look back over the last year, 112 homes sold in Canyon Falls, and those ranged in price all the way from $385K up to nearly $1.6 million. Wow, that is a wide range of homes. You can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot sort of home for in that $385K range, ranging all the way up to true luxury homes on larger lots with all of the amenities that you might want in a home. So pretty wide range. You've heard me say before in some of my other videos, I love that. From a neighborhood and a development perspective, I think that's fantastic. The reason is people can move up within a neighborhood. You can move up within kind of the same schools, familiar with the same shopping, the same commute, and even with the same friends. So if you have to move up in a neighborhood or move down when your kids move out and you decide that you want to downsize, then Canyon Falls can be a great fit for you. I mentioned that it was a little bit more established. It was developed by a developer called Newland, and Newland is an award-winning and well-established developer across DFW. They've done some other amazing neighborhoods like Tiburon in Southlake, Hollyhock and the Grove in Frisco, and then Stonebridge over in McKinney. So they've done some of the most amazing and well-recognized communities across North Texas. There's a really interesting builder mix in Canyon Falls. So let's talk about a few of those. So when you're talking about new construction in Canyon Falls, there's a pretty wide range. So you can get homes starting in the 700s, and then that's gonna go up dramatically from there. There are a number of builders. So first is Chesmar. Then there's Windmiller, Drees Custom Homes, Belclair, Coventry Homes, American Legend Homes, Perry Homes, although they're mostly sold out at the time of this video. You're gonna see homes that start in the 2,600 square foot range. They go well up over 5,000, up to 5 bedrooms. Again, you got a wide variety of lot sizes. So between the difference in home styles, the difference in lot sizes and finishes, you've not only got a wide variety, but that wide variety also makes for a really attractive neighborhood. All right, so let's talk about the amenities and lifestyle in Canyon Falls. So one of the things I love most about the neighborhood is it has a really natural feel as you drive through. They've really prioritized the trails and this thing that I like to call pocket parks, and that there are a lot of different parks throughout the neighborhood in many of the different communities. There are more than 14 miles of trails. That includes the sidewalks, but it's just a beautiful natural area. When I drive through, I actually lived in Austin, and the Austin area for nearly 10 years, and that's actually what I think about when I drive through Canyon Falls. There's some great hill country, just exposed rock. There's a more natural Texas-style landscape, but with yucca plants and other natural landscape that it really makes it beautiful. Canyon Falls runs along Graham Branch Creek, which when you're walking through it, you're going to see a lot of exposed rock, what we call oak hammocks, and just a ton of natural landscape. It's a lot of fun to enjoy. Hey, real quick, if you're thinking about moving to North Texas, then that's exactly what I do. Whether it's relocation, new construction, or exploring neighborhoods like Canyon Falls, let's connect. There's a link in the description that'll help you schedule time and get on our calendar. We look forward to talking to you. Some of the other amenities that make Canyon Falls amazing are the resort-style Infinity Edge pool, the fitness center, the Canyon Falls Club, and really what's an active HOA. So a lot of people get, and a lot of times, an HOA gets a bad name. Like, people don't want to move to an area because they think an HOA is all about control. So we have a different perspective on it. We think, number one, that HOAs do a great job of protecting home value. They make sure that folks in your neighborhood aren't going to paint their house purple or do something crazy that might hurt your property value. Make sure that people maintain things and that your investment gets protected. The other thing that they do, and this is a hallmark of Canyon Falls, is they create activities. They create and maintain an activity calendar of the things going on in the neighborhood. So various holidays, it can really tie a community together. But if you've got kids, then there's also a ton of activities that you could take them to and entertain them and have a lot of fun. Which again creates community because you get to meet other people at the same stage of life as you and hang out and have a great time. Canyon Falls also has the hay barn and porch, which is a terrific place to hang out and have events and gatherings. They also have a pooch park. We all love getting out and walking our dog, but how much better is it to actually have a place where dogs can get together and socialize and play? It's a great way to train them, and it's a great way to get them used to other dogs. So they're better dog citizens of the community. So the schools are something that you want to pay attention to. Canyon Falls, I mentioned, is located in 3 different cities, but it's also in 2 different school districts. So parts of Canyon Falls map to Argyle ISD, and the other part maps to Northwest ISD. So depending on your kid's stage in school and what's important to you, you're going to want to make sure that you pay close attention to that. It makes a little bit of a difference in the price of the home. Certainly makes a difference when we're talking about property taxes, and it's going to make a difference in your child's education and what your area's emphasis are. So make sure we have a conversation about that, and we get you looking at homes in the right spot for you. So let's talk about some of the trade-offs of Canyon Falls, and the first that I would mention is that it's in relatively high demand. So at the time of this video, we're seeing overall the market across DFW is relatively slow, but homes in Canyon Falls are still moving quickly. We're seeing on average 30 to 42 days time on market. So that means that a home selling in about a month. That's dramatically faster than the 5+ months of inventory we're seeing across DFW. So that can still mean a relatively high price or a high price relative to the list. So something you want to be aware of. The second trade-off is that prices are rising with each new phase. So that happens in most neighborhoods, but Canyon Falls is more established now. So what happens is the land gets more expensive, construction costs get more expensive, and neighborhoods get more established. We start to see those home prices rise. So if you're thinking about a move to Canyon Falls, you're going to want to do that sooner rather than later, and that's going to be the best investment for you. The HOA fees are something you're going to want to be aware of in Canyon Falls. So there's $727 per quarter, but that does include a lot, right? They're going to take care of your front yard. That includes all of the amenities that we talked about before, from the trails to the pools to the gyms. It also includes front yard maintenance, internet, and cable. So you're going to get basic internet and basic cable there. So you're getting a ton for your money, but those are fees that you want to be aware of and make sure they factor into your budget. The last trade-off you need to be aware of is there's a lot of construction. So yes, Canyon Falls is an established neighborhood, but since there are new neighborhoods continuing to be built and new neighborhoods being built around Canyon Falls, there's one on 1171 just in front of it. The roads, the intersection at 377 and 1171 is going to be expanded substantially. There's going to be new construction. There's going to be construction noise and traffic and dust and all that around Canyon Falls for a number of years. The beauty beauty of the neighborhood, the amenities, the what you get for it are definitely worth the effort, but those are things that you should be aware of. So what do I think? I think Canyon Falls has a ton going for it. It's got great builders, a great location, and a super natural feel. I love those 11 miles of trails, the pools, the amenities. You know, you've got some great schools in the area and some great builders. So, I mean, there really is almost nothing but positive. There's almost nothing but greatness when it comes to Canyon Falls. The construction and the current location is a little bit of a downside, but there's so much development coming out to the Canyon Falls area, then I think it's a win, and it's an area that you should definitely consider. It's definitely one that my wife loves and wants us to move to, so if that tells you anything, then it might be a great fit for you. Thinking about moving to Canyon Falls or another DFW suburb? Let's talk. The link's in the description. Want to compare other areas? Great. Let us know which areas are of interest to you, and we look forward to that conversation. Drop any questions you've got in the comments, and I'll be sure to reply personally. And we do upload videos each and every week, so let us know areas of interest to you, and we'll make sure and get back to you with that content. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Brian White with BlueFuse. We like to say that we help people make smart moves, build wealth through real estate, and protect what matters most, which is your family. So as always, we want to wrap up letting you know that God is good, Jesus has forgiven you, you are loved, and everything is possible. Blessings. We'll see you next week.